Hey guys, Jay here, and welcome to another unboxing video. So today, I finally got my camera. So this is my new camera, the Canon EOS M3, and it comes with a Rode microphone. So let's look at the box, I guess. I mean, this isn't really as important as like my figure box is. But I just want to show you guys, this box looks pretty cool. It tells you, it shows that it has a touch screen, things like that. Shows you can do action shots, and more action shots on this side. That's pretty much, you know, that's a good thing. So I really like this dude playing, was that a trumpet? I'm assuming that's a trumpet. It's upside down for me. So anyway, the top is, this shows everything that's in it. So it's got an 18-55 lens, which is what the Nikon that I had that was being sold to Atlas has. Oh, this comes with a memory card. Sweet. Okay, that makes my life a little bit easier. And actually, no, because it looks like that's a regular one, and I have to use a micro SD because my computer doesn't have an SD slot because I built a computer. So I picked the brand I picked just happened to of casing I picked just happens to not have an SD card reader. It was a cheaper one, so I can't use that card. So maybe Atlas can use that one. That'd be awesome. I could trade or something. But then it's got the VideoMic Go, which I heard is pretty good. We're gonna also test that out, and then obviously the body for the camera. Alright, so we're going to start with, it has this little thing here. This little poster thing that, don't think I really need that. Here's the SD card, and yep, it is a regular SD card. Can't use it in my computer. Oh well. So here is the mic. Pretty nice. I've always wanted a Rode mic. And it looks like the camera box is the only thing left. So the lens must be in the camera box. So here is the camera box. You can probably hear the booklets and stuff inside kind of throwing themselves around. That's what happens with booklets. So we'll open this one after the camera, so we can take a look at the camera real quick. But I'm gonna put these off to the side since I can't use them, or on the floor, wherever the hell I put them. So it says EOS M3, has the camera, it says Canon, has the lens that it comes with, the kit lens. And this goes up to 12,800 ISO. That's pretty damn good. The other camera goes up to 64, I think. Oh, video goes up to 64 on this one too. So pictures go up to 12,800. That's pretty awesome. That'll be useful, I think. And then the back just has a little bit of specs, operating system. So this is for if you like plug it into the computer and stuff, but I don't really need to worry about that. And then we got barcodes and serial numbers and things like that, and contents. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the box. So let's get on into it. Yeah, I knew it. It was just all these just rattling around in there. So this looks like the startup guide. So this will tell me everything I need to know. But I've been watching a lot of videos on these, so I don't think I need that, because I've been watching a lot of how-tos with this camera. So lens. I don't know where to put this. So the lens was in bubble wrap, and then encased in plastic. And yep, both sides have the caps. Very nice feeling. I heard that they were made of plastic. Feels kind of plasticky. I don't really know. There's a focus ring, I think, right here. Yeah, so that's pretty nice. we'll look more into that in a minute here. The charger for the battery, nothing special, just a charger. Strap that I'm never going to use. USB cord I'm never going to use. I don't put it on my computer at all. I didn't do it with the other camera either. That stuff's literally all just kind of somewhere else. I don't even know where everything is. Yeah, drop the battery. That's smart. So here is the battery. So the front and back have this, like, you can, like, it's that rough type of plastic, but then the sides and like all the sides have that shinier plastic. So that's pretty awesome. Nice and lightweight. Fits in very snug. I like that. Doesn't come out too easy. Stays in. That's awesome. The other one was kind of just sat on it, you know, for the Nikon. So if you moved it a little bit, it would pop out, which really sucked. So I'm glad this one doesn't do that. Put all these bags together here. All right, get the body out. If I can grab it without dropping it, which would be good. Looks like I don't need that box anymore. So just like the lens, this has bubble wrap around it, but it doesn't have plastic. It just has this cloth case thing, which is, you know, it's fine, whatever. All right. Oh yeah, this is way more manageable than that Nikon. So here's the hot shoe mount. It looks like you can just pop that out. Yep, then you can put whatever you want in there. But I'm never gonna take that out anyway. And screen goes all the way up like that, which is what I wanted. And it looks like it can also, yeah, it also goes out like this. So that's pretty awesome. And I thought I saw that you could flip it another direction too. Oh no, that was just the top of it, never mind. It looked like this was pulled out this way almost, which is weird because it didn't look like it could go that way. But it was literally just, like the first one was like this. This one was like this. So it looked like maybe the side of the camera, like it was sideways or something. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. But the hinges are very tight, which I like. Has also this like rubberish thing right there, holding it together still too. So that tightens when it goes in. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, so it's mostly going to be used like this. And then when I take pictures, I'll just flip it back down and then take pictures. So that's awesome. Button, this one, which I'm assuming is the release for the lens. I'm assuming this is the release button, because they all have to release somehow. The on-off button is very pressable. It's very, oh no, that's the on-off button. This is the picture taking button, the shutter button. So the shutter button is raised up a little bit. It's hard to see, but it is raised up enough so that you can press it down without this turns, and so that you're not turning it when you're pressing it, and that's pretty nice. So the buttons seem to, yeah, the on-off button seems to be pressable pretty easy. That turns just about as good as the Nikon one does, even better probably. That's a little hard to turn, but you want to be precise anyway. So okay. So the record button and the play button, the playback, are right next to each other, so you got to be careful, I guess. But while I'm holding it, I can feel both buttons there, so I can feel which one is the top button. So I don't know why people had such a problem with that, because people were saying that that was kind of a problem, and I don't see why that's a problem. I can feel which one is the top one. I mean, unless you're just that dumb, but I don't know. Oh, there's the HDMI port right there. So, oh wow, that's kind of hard to move. It's hard to see, but. And then on this side, you got the digital mic input. So there's like the, yeah, digital and mic. So this is the digital thing where the USB cord goes. And then the mic input, there's a flash button there to turn flash on Oh, yeah, okay. So that's cool. Oh, that's nice. So if I want to do flash for photography, just boom, and it pops up right there. That's really nice. I like that. It's very, very cheap. Not a very good flash. Like the Nikon one came up from the center here. Much sturdier. This one's very weak and it could easily break. But I won't be using it too often unless I really, really need it. But if I do go out taking more professional pictures with this, I will buy a flash mount. So I won't need to worry about this little baby here. It's not gonna be needed. All right, so let's look at the back here. We got this dial down here, which you can actually just like that with your thumb. So you're going from here, you're going from like here, and then you can just, while you're still holding it, it's light enough. And this isn't very heavy either, so it's pretty light. So you can get down to it. It spins really easily though, so I guess you're gonna want to be careful there. And then these buttons are a little hard. Oh, I guess you can press it with the scroll wheel, so that's cool. Never mind. I thought you had to like literally press the circle, the inner circle itself, but you don't, because if you can, it's still hard to see. But here, let me just do this. So that inner circle there, like where it has the trash can, the flash, I'm guessing that's manual focus, and the ISO. I thought you had to press those, but like with your nail or something, because you can't get your finger in there. But you can just press down the entire thing and it presses. So that's pretty awesome. And then the set button, I'm assuming that's for when you do your thing. Press the set button and it sets that as your settings. I don't know. Yeah, the rest are pretty normal things that you would see in camera. So, like your info button and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what this star is though, but I guess I'll figure that out. But you guys can see what the rest of it is. So let's open this. Oh, how easy does this open? Literally super easy. Way better than the Nikon, because this one just bam, and it's nice and tight actually. So I like that. The Nikon one was just a little tiny one, and it was like this door that kept coming off the hinges. So I don't know what was up with that. But zoom back out a little bit. And let's I don't want to sit here pointing this at the light too much. From what I've been told, that can actually be a bad thing, so there we go. Oh yeah, way lighter than that Nikon, way better. So zoom out a little bit more. So that's really nice. I really, really like that. Alright, so I'm going to be doing some like audio and stuff like that with this one. Just like I did, this is the camcorder that I'm using to record this. The one I did the review on before, the other Canon. So these, my only two reviews are Canons. That's kind of funny. So, oops. So I'm going to review this one pretty much the same way, but I don't have my Nikon with me since Atlas has that. So what is happening with that? Atlas is going to take this camera here, this Nikon, I mean not this Canon here, the one I'm filming with, the camcorder, and then he's going to give me the Nikon back so he can spend less money. This one's better for vlogging because it has autofocus, whereas this one, when I have it up, all I have to do is tap to focus. So it technically has autofocus. So that makes it a little easier to vlog at the conventions. And then we're going to use the Nikon for just the CMVs basically, and then regular con footage where we're walking around and we want some smooth footage. So that's the only thing that the Nikon is going to be used for, since it isn't that great of a camera, and it'll just do what we need it to do for those. So you'll be seeing more of that camera later on, but I'm going to show you the difference between this Canon, no, yeah, just these two, and then we're going to unbox. The reason I haven't like put this on my face or anything is because we haven't unboxed this yet. So we're going to do this first and then do all that, but I'm just letting you know. Let's leave this right here. But before we get into unboxing this, I want to show you guys, I also picked up one of these. So what this is a horizontal hot shoe mount. So this is going to go on here on the camera. is a little difficult. Alright, so then the camera will get connected, connect to the GorillaPod, just like that. Oh, that's way better already. And then the microphone's gonna go right here. So we're gonna unbox the microphone before we put it on there. Just put that like that. Stay. Alright. So, I don't need this anymore. Or any of this stuff. Well, I do need the battery for later, but we'll figure that out when we get to it. Alright, so I need that knife again. I actually forgot where I put the knife. I can't believe that. Alright, okay, this opens this way. I had to figure out which way the tape went. That. No, still didn't cut through? Damn, that's strong ass tape. Oh, I got it. It had a little flap going into it, but honestly, I don't care. Just get out. Jeez, did not have to be that difficult. Alright, pull that out. Oh, all encased in this. Oh, okay. In this plastic. So, there's the little cord. Or book, like I need the book. So, let's get the little cord out. I like these cords because they're coiled. Unlike my mic one, which is just literally just that. It's actually really small. You can't even see it, but it connects and it's really tiny. But it's about maybe this long, but it's not coiled, so it kind of gets everywhere. But do I need I don't think I need a battery for this one. Do I really not need a battery? Freaking awesome. I thought I needed a battery for this one. Cool. So, let's put this... Oh yeah, I need to move that down. Okay. I didn't realize the other microphone has two of these. One keeps this in place, and the other one's at the bottom that keeps this in place. So I didn't know, but it looks like I don't need to worry about that top one. So, it scared me there for a second. I was like, is that not going to fit? So it just slides in. Get off of there. So it just slides into the hot shoe mount, like so. And then you tighten it. And boom! I'm eventually going to get a better muffler thing for this. Maybe a better microphone. I don't know. Oh, I should have probably plugged that in first. That probably would have helped. So, there we go. Yeah, that looks pretty awesome. I really like it. Alright, so now we're going to go and do all the testing and stuff like that. Alright, so without messing with any of the settings pretty much, this is the M3 without the microphone in it, without any microphone at all in it. And this is the M3 with the Bauer microphone plugged in. So I don't know how it's going to sound. Obviously we're going to figure that out in post. Then I'll get back to you guys after I know for sure. But after this we're going to be moving on to the Rode microphone. And now with the Rode microphone, hopefully this sounds a lot better. I really, really hope so, because it would suck if it didn't. But anyway, yep, this is with the Rode microphone. So you guys are probably going to notice that there is no footage of the Rode microphone in the camcorder. And that's because it didn't work in the camcorder, like at all. When I went to go back and see what it sounded like, just so I could do this part of the video, nothing showed up at all. There was no sound whatsoever, so there was nothing I could really do. I did test it out in here and see if there was settings that I could change, but the only settings I could find were the volume levels, and I couldn't find a way to change it so that it got this microphone to actually work. So I have no idea. There's nothing I can really do about that. Plus, it doesn't matter anyway, since this camera is going to be going to Atlas. So I'm not going to have it for very long, so it doesn't really matter. At the time that this goes to Atlas, my mic is also going to Atlas. Or, well, my mic. No, the one I'm using now. Both of these are going to Atlas. So until then, as much as I record on this, I will still be using the microphone because it'll still all be with me. So I won't have to use the Rode with this one until, you know, I get the other camera back, because I don't have to worry about it. But once I do get the other camera back, I'm probably not going to be filming these like that anyway. I'll probably use the M3 because it does have some pretty good low light or my lighting. It does look better than the camcorder, so that's pretty awesome. So I might just use that, plus I can autofocus it to myself anyway. Don't have to worry about all the problems the other camera was having where I couldn't see myself anyway. Alright, so on to what I think of the camera audio. Honestly, it's not the greatest. It's a cheapo mic. That's why it was free with it. It's not the pro microphones that Rode puts out. It's like the lower end versions of their mics. It's not the mobile mics, but it's not far from it. So I didn't expect too much out of it, but it gives good enough sound for what it is. They sound very similar with the same settings, so that's really good, because that means I don't really have to worry about it getting worse, because it's not worse. That's what I was worried about, was worse audio, and it's not. It's honestly not. And if I can put this up, like the other microphone up like I have this one, the way I do videos, I'll still get better sound anyway than just recording regular without a mic anyway. So regardless, it's going to sound fine. But anyway, you'll also see coming up here that I did take a little bit of footage outside, and the footage actually looks very nice. I also took a picture of like the shade and the sun at the same time, so where the sun was shining and then where my house was casting a shadow, so you can see what both of those look like, and they look very nice. I really like the picture that came out. So it's got that going for it, which means if I'm vlogging around the convention and I want to take a picture of somebody and I'm not actually doing the vlog part of the convention, like I'm not physically talking into the camera and I'm not really using it for that at that moment, and I need a picture of somebody, which is what I would do anyway. I wouldn't be vlogging if I'm trying to take a picture of someone anyway. Then I can take a picture with that camera and it'll turn out really nice. And unlike a DSLR, that camera looked like it had like 80 something minutes on the battery life that it had left. It was like half battery when I put the battery in, so that's what it came with. So I didn't charge it at all. So it looks like 84 minutes on half of a battery on an empty SD card. That's pretty good. That's a really damn long time. So I think that's what that meant. I don't know if that was what that meant, or if that's just how much life the battery has left. I don't know enough about this camera to know that, but I will read up and figure that out. Also, it does not do 60 frames 1080p. That was the compromise with not spending as much money. The M6, I believe, does, or the M8, I think. I don't know which one. The next one up that flips upward, like this camera does, where it does this going upwards. I think it was the 5 or the 6. It goes down, which is horrible. That's a very bad design choice. But I think the 6 and the 8 both go up again, and I just couldn't afford them. That was just the problem. So I just needed a good vlogging camera for conventions that, you know, wasn't too pricey, that worked fine. I don't need 60 frames per second for little vlogs. I don't care. I'm not one of the daily vloggers, so you're not getting like the highest quality from me, so you don't need 60 frames or 4K. Doesn't really matter. Plus, I can't even tell if it's 4K anyway, because my monitors don't do that. My small monitor, which is an actual monitor, only does 1080p, and the other one is a LCD TV. So it's just an LCD screen TV. So it just does what a normal LCD can do, which is 1080p. So even if I did 4K, I wouldn't even notice the difference, because it doesn't show any different on my computer. So would I recommend this camera to you guys? Yes, I would. This is not sponsored, so I can't really tell you that there's an affiliate link, because there isn't, but I will link the one that we bought down in the description from Amazon if you guys want to go buy this. And it is actually very nice. I do suggest buying it if you just want a quick, easy vlog camera that's like something that's easy to use, that starts up quick, goes right to the point. When you start it up, you can start filming right away within seconds. That's pretty awesome. And the kit lens is pretty nice. You guys can see it on my footage, whatever. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, so that's it for the review for the M3 and the Rode VideoMic, or I think it's a VideoMic Go. Okay, I just looked. It's the Rode VideoMic Go. So yeah, I would recommend that camera. I would recommend that kit. It's a kit that comes with it, so I would totally recommend getting that if you're just starting out, or if you don't need 4K, or if you don't need 60 frames per second. But I mean, it does at 720, but usually that looks bad unless you're in really good lighting anyway, so don't even bother using that. You can actually see a CMV I did, and you can actually, I'll just post it up here. And in that video, you can see 720, 60 frames per second, and it is horrible. So, you know, that's up to you guys. Alright, so that is it for this. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button, maybe subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.